Spoon, your action figure aficionado here, bringing a vintage variants report for Kenner's The Real Ghostbusters toy line. Here we have the Slimed Heroes Ray and Vapor Ghost. Looking at this, you'll probably notice the variation right off the bat. It's a pretty easy one to spot, but not one people are very too familiar with. The Slimed Heroes line being the 6th actual release of Ghostbuster figures that came out like, I want to say it was 89 to 90. I, as a kid, did not have any of the Slimed Heroes. By that point, I had kind of moved on to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, regrettably, but we will take a look here. What they did was they had use ice water to slime the hero, so there was a color change based on the thermal level of the plastic, which was a very popular thing in the early 90s, late 80s too, using that in clothing, toys, all over the place. You could change the color of something based on thermal, the pressure, whether it was cold or warm. In this case, it was cold. I know in the clothes it was usually based on heat. So we have the Vapor Ghost himself and the mask, which is actually just a look of the ecto goggles that Ray uses. And that is their coloring. They were molded in different color plastics. You see red and blue. The artwork on the front shows blue accessories. So I would be inclined to believe that blue is the one that is intended to be correct. I have no idea how this particular variation came about. You know, if it was a running change or anything like that, I honestly don't know. The Slimed Heroes line did have probably the most amount of variations that so far have been discovered to date, with several of them existing. You'll see in the promotional shot, he's got blue accessories there, and blue accessories all across the board in the instructional panel showing how to properly pull off his action feature. And you'll take note down here, in the interest of better quality and value, we are constantly improving and updating our products. Consequently, pictures on this package may sometimes differ from model enclosed. Other ones are, there's different shades of plastic used in the Ghost for Peter, and the proton stream used in the Winston, just for an example there. So it's fun to try and find these, both loose or mint, depending on how you like your collection. You can try to find mint, as I prefer to try and hunt down the mint pieces, because I like to have the cards, I like to have them look like they're just fresh off store shelves. Just a quick glimpse close up. Of them for you. I actually had the blue one for years mint on card, and didn't know about the red one for quite a while until I was browsing around online, found it, and I actually found this in a local shop not too far from my house, mint on card. Within the same week I discovered this variation had existed. You'll also notice I'm big on trying to find cards in as much of an unpunched state as possible. Alright, so I'm Spoon, your action figure aficionado, along with my Ray and Vapor Ghost variations, keeping it mint.